Hello friends, welcome to CS Tutorials. Today we'll be solving problem 387, first unique character in a string. And the problem statement says, given a string, find the first non-repeating character in it and return its index. And if it doesn't exist, return -1. Our example, the first example is lead code. Um, in this string, we realize the first non-repeating character is L. Even though we do have T that doesn't repeat, C also does not repeat, O doesn't repeat, D doesn't repeat, but the first one is L. So we essentially we return L. We return the position of L, which is 0. And for love leak code, L is repeated twice, O is repeated, V is not repeated. So that's the first non-repeating string, a character we get in the string, and we return that. So without wasting too much time, we're just going to go ahead and write this code. We're going to be using a map of character, and it's to take an integer. Call this map will be equal to new hash map. And for every entry in the every character in the string, I is less than s dot length I plus plus. We want to put this into our map. S dot char at I, and we want to, for the integer, we want to use the map.get or default s dot char at I, default to 0, and increment whatever is there by 1. So essentially, we put the character, whatever character we find, we put it in our map, and we check if it's already in there. We increment the count. If it's not in there, we put a 0 and increment it by 1. So essentially we go to 1. And once that is done, we are going to use another for loop. And what we're using this one for is to that's the length I plus plus. Now I want to check through our map and find the first character that has a 1, that has a count of 1, and return that essentially. If map dot get s dot char at I is equal to 1, return I, else we return -1. And if we run this code, we get the correct answer. We submit it. We get the correct answer. Um, so essentially we're using a hash map to store every character in the string as well as the amount of occurrence that character has in the string. And then we go through our map and check every character to find the character that only has one entry, and we return that. And if we don't find anything with just one entry, we return a -1, and that solves the problem. Leave a comment if you have any question. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like the video. Happy coding.